What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game of the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because we are officially starting our first mirror match that has taken place in a long time. Mirror match has been gone for like a month, and now it is back, and this is the first time that I've played it since. Let's hit this guy with a good luck. It doesn't show the opponent's crit damage or their card levels, right? Because the big thing with mirror match, right? I love the idea of mirror match, okay? I love the fact that it's a different game mode, that we're having fun with, that there's different cards. Look how long it's taking for this unit to go down. Holy smokes. However, there's still some issues with it, right? There's some overlying issues to where your heroes are still different levels. I think your crit damage is the same, I believe, but your card levels are different, right? That's how it works. So it's always a little bit interesting going up against these players because it's not fully RNG. I should be hitting my my trickster as much as I can, but it's a little bit interesting. This will be fun, and I'm very excited. And if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure that you guys are subscribed and hit that like button. We post videos every day, and we always have those sneak peek footage and everything like that from the devs. The devs and I are best friends, guys. You get all the updates and things like that. Let's see what we can do. I think the most important thing here is going to be making sure that we stay an odd number of oh my gosh, I didn't even realize we had Shaman. I had no idea. Let's do that. We want an odd number. I can't speak. We always want to have an odd number of rocket goblins. I think that is the key. So we're really trying to get there, but he's got 3. We've got 2. Let's get one more on our board, please. There we go. And now let's try and focus up on leveling some of our stuff up here. I'm going to do Chemist. I'm going to do Rocket Goblin again. No, I'm not, because the wave is already over. But he's already got 5 on his board. We have 3. But I don't think either of us will really have that much of an issue. And you can also see I do have the squares on my board to where he doesn't, because I have items already equipped on my heroes. Depending on what the hero is, it doesn't matter, because all my heroes have stuff equipped except for Mechanic, because I don't have Mechanic. So that's going to be the only thing that gives us a little bit of a bonus here. But I really think it's going to be focusing on Chemist and on Rocket Goblin. He does have 5, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we have more, like we have a rank 3 Zealot. We have some high-ranking-ish sentries. It is Puppeteer, so I probably shouldn't be leveling things up, but I'm always scared that we're just going to like end up losing. So I'm just going to let him hit that. That's kind of okay. He does not have the right amount of Rocket Goblins right now, so let's try and take advantage here. That would be really nice. He's coming down again. I'll do that, and we're down to 1. Let's try to spam a little bit here and get back to 3. That's beautiful, and he's starting to have a little bit of a tough time. He really wants to get back to an odd number of Rocket Goblins, but he can't find the Rocket Goblins. There's a hit, and there is our first ever victory. Hit him with a good game for the mirror matchup mode. It's a lot of M's. Mirror matchup mode. I'll take it, guys. I will take that victory. There is a dub. Now we can look at his stats. He's got 6,000 trophies, level 11 Rocket Goblin. We do have a 12 Rocket Goblin, but every time I play this mode, I always feel like this incentivizes you to level up some of the cards that maybe you wouldn't have thought about in the past. But I'll take that win right there. I'm really curious. Let's jump in right away into another game. I'm really curious how you guys are doing in the mirror match. Is it a blast? Are you doing well? Are you doing terribly? Are you getting matched up against people with crazy card levels? Whatever it might be, let me know in the comments section, because I want to know how you guys are doing. And the last time we had mirror match, I did not do very well. Ooh, this is actually the first time I'm going to be playing with Cultist. So that's really interesting. I do kind of know how to use Cultist, but we don't have Portal Keeper, so that'll be a little bit. Oh, we also have Blade Dancer. Whew. This will be a very interesting game, to say the least. He's got Demon Hunters coming my way. Not a bad play by him. at all. And we also have Mechanic in this deck, which should be rather interesting. I guess we'll just do... it's probably not worth it. Yeah, let's do these. This is going to be key. Another Cultist over there. So we want to make sure that there's space between the Cultists. Sorry, space between the Blade Dancers, but we want all the Cultists to be bunched up together. So this will be very, very interesting. What do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units on our board. I might use my Meteor one more time. Perhaps I can get... probably is not worth it. I'll just keep my Meteor there. But another thing to note, with Mechanic, you want to make sure that you're spamming your board as soon as you can with Mechanic, because then, once you have your whole board with the tiles that you can see here, I'll show you like the tile that this guy is on, then you start dropping things like a Snowflake or a normal hero to where you're actually doing damage to your units. So I don't have Mechanic, but I do understand the mechanics of the Mechanic. So hopefully that'll put us in a little bit better of a spot. But this is definitely going to be a really interesting battle. I don't think any sane person would run Cultist with Blade Dancer because they're conflicting thought processes. So it'll definitely be a little bit difficult. Oh, I missed the Mechanic. Come on, baby. I think every time I hit Mechanic, it's going to remind him to hit Mechanic too. So not amazing right there, but also not terrible. Let's just do some Demonologists here, and we should be fine. Okay, so let's do. I'm gonna wait a little while just to try and build up a little mana, and then also spam some Meteors that hopefully give us a little bit of mana, and that should be good. Let's do one right now because I'm scared. And I'm also going to do... I'm going to do that. And this. And this. Spam a few more. Let's do our Mechanic right away. I'll do that. Oh, I can do this. I'm trying my best to keep away... that's not great. Let's do that. Let's try to level some of our stuff up here because we're having a little bit of trouble. I'll go there. Maybe we can get a... Well, we got a Blade Dancer there. That's kind of cool. We got a rank 4 Blade Dancer chilling. But is it going to be enough? We got a bunch of Cultists lined up now. Let's do that. I'll do a Meteor. Let's do that. Survive, baby! Oh, we're taking a hit. Oh, we're taking a hit. Oh, we haven't taken a hit yet. 16 seconds. What can I do? Oh, my Lanta. I couldn't even speak. Hit my man with a good game. Whoo! Meteors came in clutch. That was pretty crazy. That was a really tight game. I couldn't even talk. His card levels are pretty average, just like mine. He has a level 8 Meteor, but other than that, that's fine. He actually ended up doing more damage than I did total, but I think I had some more timely Meteors than he did, which ended up giving us the victory. I'll take that. There's 2 wins in a row. I think this is already better than I've ever done in mirror match, and we're gonna try and chug along and make sure that you guys are checking out my live streams. I stream every Friday 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube to make it super simple. So I'd absolutely love to see you guys on that stream. We always get a really nice community hanging out and playing with me, playing against me, watching me push, watching me, well, actually I was gonna say lose at mirror match, but win currently at mirror match. So definitely recommend that. We're trying to find a match. Is it harder? I guess it's harder to find people for a mirror match. Here we go. Simply because, another really interesting one. Simply because there's fewer people playing mirror match. Like, did you know, little fun fact, hit this man with a good luck. I feel like I know this guy. if you're playing Rush for Glory, you don't necessarily have to play people against Rush who are also playing Rush for Glory. You also can play against people that are just on the ladder, and you end up playing against them. You can't obviously do that against or while you're playing Mirror Match, so that's why it takes a little bit longer. So I guess the only thing I'll use my Harlequins for will either be using my Priestesses or high-ranking Engineer or Cultist to match up. So this makes slightly more sense than the last one, simply because Cultist and Engineer have like the same kind of thought process in terms of wanting to group them together. So that's kind of nice. I'm also always trying to level up the squares, if you notice that. Let's try and get our Engineer up. I think Engineer is actually stronger than Cultist. But it is Bedlam, so at the end of the day, it's not going to really matter. We're going to just try and profit as much as possible. I did notice that his mechanic came before mine did, so I'm thinking that he actually does have mechanic. So obviously mine's level 1, so I don't have mechanic, but his must be at least a level 2. Because, I didn't hit it. See, I'm being slow. Let's get Cultist up one more time. I mean, I'll just do that for right now. Okay, let's just keep on coming along here. I don't know if Reaper is really going to be the answer, but you never know. Let's just do that. Another rank 2 Cultist is not too bad. Get one more unit on my board. We got 6 seconds. And I feel pretty good about this. Let's look what he's doing. So he's leveling up Cultist more than anything. Let's see if he can actually take out Bedlam before it switches. No. Okay. So let's just try and profit from this as much as we can. Okay. Let's get one more on our board. Let's come down here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. It is Tribunal now, so let's do all these. This is all profit for us. Okay, that's really not bad for us. Let's do our Cultist one more time because that's what we seem to have the most of. Hit our... We also have a rank 3 Reaper, so we might as well get that up a little bit. And as long as we can kind of stop putting things on our board, leveling things up. He's already hitting me with a good game. I'm not really sure why. And then we can, like, as long as we stop doing that before Tribunal comes, then we should be able to build up a decent amount of mana. Let's just get one more unit on our board. And I'm going to do that. Oh, and he's getting hit. He's taking a hit. And there is a victory. A level 9. Let's hit him with a good game. A level 9 mechanic. Oh, his name's Gadget. I didn't even realize his name was Gadget. Her name was Gadget. I always thought it was Mechanic. I don't even know. Mechanic, Gadget, whatever. He's up at 62.52. And we did take him out right there. So not too shabby. Let's look at his cards. Level 9 Cultist. So right there, guys, a perfect example of, well, yeah, RNG Bedlam might have screwed him a little bit more. I think I played that pretty well. And he was definitely out leveling me all across the board completely. And we were still able to sneak a victory. So let's jump into one more mirror match game here and see if we can go 4-0 in this video, which I feel like is a pretty tall order, but we're going to try our best. We're going to try and go 4-0, and hopefully that can take us to the promised land to where we finish out on top and then get some cool cards. Can you still get Zeus from mirror match? I don't really look at the rewards because I never feel like I do well. Rush for Glory, man, I lose so early. Like, I'm always playing something random, and I feel like I lose pretty early, so I never really look at the rewards because what do you want to do? But here we go. Wow. Very, very interesting. Another mechanic. They're really loving Gadget, not mechanic. They're loving Bedlam. They're loving Gadget. They're loving Rocket Goblin. Fair enough. We got Boreas. The best thing we can do right here is just make sure that we're always trying to profit as much as possible. Okay, we don't have a Harlequin. Okay, so it doesn't always make sense to keep summoners on your board, but we want to just try and spam as many summoners as possible, always have that much mana. So I'm just going to kind of hang out for right now, just because we already have one Rocket Goblin, so they're going to end up doing most of our damage. And then I'm going to try and spam to always get to the right amount. So like right now, he's at a lull. Like he's got engineers, he's got Boreases, so he's probably fine. But not having the right amount of rocket goblins is going to make it so they get further on his board, to where I'm going to always try and have the right amount of rocket goblins. So we got to 3 right there. So now we're going to hang out. Another thing that we're always going to try and take advantage of is making sure that we have leveled up units on our squares. So let's do our Boreas one time. I'll do engineer. Let's do rocket goblin. And yeah, even though we have a bunch of engineers, I'm going to use the squares as much as possible. We got only 200 mana, so let's chill for right now. But you'll see. I'm going to combine out this way. That's going to be my first thing I do. Maybe, oh man, I haven't been hitting my mechanic or my gadget, but at least he hasn't been doing it either. So 500, let's wait until we see a mini boss. He might even be able to take out Bedlam before us, but I really don't think that's the end of the world, because potentially we'll be able to level up our we'll be able to use more summoners with Bedlam switching us around. I don't know why I can't speak. I'm sorry. But not too shabby. And now we have 5 rocket goblins. We've got, honestly, we've got a pretty decent setup with engineers. We very well might be able to take this out before it switches us, especially with Bombardier, which it is what it is. I wasn't really trying to do that. Switch him. Oh, it definitely switched him. Oh, my Lanta. Let's hit our gadget real quick. We got 500 mana. So I'm actually going to combine out just a little bit of rocket goblins, because I would like to have at least 6 of my engineers kind of working. So let's do that after we do the first mini boss. So I'll do one more rocket goblin here, but we're waiting for the mini boss, and then we'll combine out once just to see if luck is on our side. There it is. Now we've got a couple of Bombardiers. This board is really, really nice. We don't have any Boreases really. So I'm going to just keep on leveling up my 3 main units here, which is rocket goblin, Bombardier, and engineer. So not too shabby. You can see he's trying to combine out a little bit more. He does have the 3 rocket goblins, same as us. But his engineers are obviously kind of all over the place. Let's level up our engineer to max right away as soon as we can. There we go. I'm trying to make sure that I hit gadget as much as I can so that we can get right to where we're actually affecting our board. Also, not obviously, maybe you don't know this, but the squares that the gadget's throwing down are those that increase attack speed, I believe. I know it's attack something. It definitely does something to increase your attack, so I think it's speed. But if you don't have gadget and you didn't know that, when you're playing mirror matchup, really try and spam that as much as possible. But right here, they're getting to the end of his board. I was going to hit him with a good game, but we can do it now instead of before. And that right there is another victory. And yeah, his cards were a little bit under level. Okay, so I had a level 8 Boreas, he's got level 7. I've got a level 12 Engineer, he's got level 11. He's got a level 10 Rocket Goblin, I got a level 12. So right there, we were kind of the whales taking advantage of him, but I think we also played that pretty good. Always trying to think about those pyrotechnics. So the best tip I can give you guys is basically understand the cards, understand the heroes, even if you don't have them, even if you haven't focused on them. You always want to make sure that you're playing it right. That means spamming gadget to try and always utilize its skill. That means having the right amount of Inquisitors, having the right amount of Pyrotechnic. You kind of play them the same, right? Group Engineers together, group Cultists together, separate your Blade Dancers. That's the best tips I can give you. So a little bit of bonus for you guys that waited, 18, 19 minutes into this video. You got all the advice. But that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.